Masters Rosenberry as he clears it away. Holman heads it straight to the ground. No VAR in the U.S. Open Cup, so it will not be an extra check. Instead, it's Yappi along the sideline. Rolls it all the way up top. Travis. Menyoma. Holding. Menyoma again. Aronson. This was what we saw a good chunk of the time in the first half. A lot of passing around the periphery.
But again, back to that data point. For all the possession they had, Colorado Rapids had the same number of touches in the opposition box, and that's where the magic generally happens. So don't think Coach Matt Wells will be happy with their final product. With all this possession, they should be getting more opportunities on that Union Omaha goal.
Holding. Navarro. Wusu sends it right back where it started from. Bill Hart. That long run that nearly ended in magic. Menyoma. Let's see, we get a foul. I don't think it's going to be that last action. I think it's going to come over here on the left. And Colorado will make its change now. Menyoma is coming out, and Georgie Manungu is coming in, the former Seattle Sounders product. Enters.
Burkina Faso international. Interesting that that change is made because he's been on the sideline for the last 3 minutes, Georgie, so it's made 7 minutes into the second half. Maybe there's a little bit of an injury. Coach Matt Wells said, see if you can run with it, and decides for Menyoma it's time to come off. But if that's a tactical thing, it's very strange that we've done literally 7 minutes into the second half.
Oh, chips to the back post. It's headed high to the sky. Nuhu gets a right hand on it, but we do get the foul. Identifying that. Manungu has played 23 minutes this season after he had played just over 1,200 minutes in the last couple of years with Seattle Sounders. Started this season with Seattle, had a couple starts before joining the club.
There's Manungu on the ball, just threatening. They've got so many pacey players up front here. You can see there's a little bit of a shove in the back there from Noah Cobb. Referee spots it straight away. But they have pace up front. They have quite a few attacking players. Dante Seeley, Darren Yappi, Georgie Manungu, all running defenses, and of course chuck in Paxton Aronson as well. There's a lot of attacking talent on this pitch for the Rapids.
Manungu runs into two different defenders sliding at his legs. Goes out. A quick recap of the 7-match nights and some of the headlines so far. Louisville City upends last year's runner-up in Austin by a 2-1 tally. New England Revolution needing penalties to beat Rhode Island. Colorado Springs Switchbacks blow out Sporting Kansas City 3-0. They would host if Union Omaha wins this match. The Rapids would host if they hold this one on against the Switchbacks in the round of 16. And the final game has started. It is Sac Republic and Minnesota United. Alex Rodriguez making his first start in a Minnesota kit. They are scoreless at halftime.
So there's already been a couple of surprises for the MLS team tonight. This one is still hanging in the balance a little bit, and I'm sure that Matt Wells of the Rapids is a nervous coach at the moment. Yes, his team have controlled a lot of the possession, but they just haven't been as sharp up front as he would probably want, as incisive as he would want.
Bill Hart has it. Bill Hart uncorks. Stepping in front is holding. Bill Hart gets a piece. Colorado with everybody manning that wall, denying entry. Union Omaha just have not been able to get the ball near Pato Vaz, who has been on a heater of late. 3 goals, 2 assists in the last 6. Here goes Aronson. He gets bumped to the ground by Coleman. And Coleman gets called for the foul, and he goes hands on hips. Not satisfied with the whistle from Melissa Pennington. Closing in on 1 hour mark. Shenzo Candela starting to get his substitutes ready to roll. Well past Manungu. Hasn't spent a lot of time with this Rapids group, and miscommunication there. Here's Owusu, 3 goals in the first 2 rounds of this tournament. Tied for the lead after the first 2 rounds. There goes Gutierrez. Gutierrez slams the brakes on. Gutierrez takes a whack. And let's see. I think we're just going to stop because of the injury, so it'll be interesting to see who gets the drop ball after this. But Cobb took that ball above the shoulders, I believe.
I think Gutierrez also got an elbow in the face there as he was battling for the ball. So 2 players down. Gutierrez is asking for some reaction from the referee. Let's have a look and see how this panned out. There is Gutierrez, cuts inside. Smacks Cobb right in the back of the head, and watch here. Is there an elbow? He's already falling when the elbow hits him, so I don't think there's anything there. But if you're Union Omaha, and you've now reached the 2/3 mark and you're only a goal behind, you're beginning to think, you know what, we are really in this match. We just need a little moment of magic up front, and they've had 2 of those already. So, as you mentioned, a chance for Pato Vaz perhaps, or Bill Hart's been involved with both the 2 chances they've had. They'll be feeling that they can take this to extra time and penalties. And so, if you're from a Rapids perspective, you've got to put this game to bed as soon as possible. And they're not creating really good chances. It's a surprise. Given the goals they scored last match and the way they put 6 goals in there against Houston Dynamos, I think they would have been scoring, but perhaps they'll go to the bench and they will look at Rafael Navajo. Perhaps he could be a big change for them to bring on.
Union Omaha is making 2 changes. Wooten and Bill Hart are coming out. Sammy Gadiri and Dylan Borzak are the 2 coming in. And Bill Hart had 2 just unbelievable chances in this game. One of his own that was set up by Gutierrez, and one that he set up for Gutierrez. Bill Hart missed the net a half minute in. The other, it was one of the saves of the round, without a doubt. Hansen covering a lot of ground to deny the chance from Gutierrez that would have tied it in the waning moments of the first half.
What's extra special about that save, he's had nothing to do that entire half, Nico Hansen. All of a sudden, one opportunity, he's right there, he's ready for it, he's focused, makes an unbelievable save.
What's that like as a goalkeeper when you don't see a lot of action, but you know that you have to be ready at all seconds?
I'm not going to think of one of those saves I did in the as good as that. No, look, it happens a lot in clubs like Man United where you have long periods of doing nothing. Very difficult to stay focused. It's so important that you're ready when that comes through. If you do make that sort of save, of course, you're pleased with yourself, your team's pleased with you. Because if they go on to win this 1-0 against Toronto, of course, he also got caught at the near post against Toronto, and he got caught at the near post against Houston. So it's one of those where you look at the keeper and go, the errors in 2 matches. Nico Hansen puts in a display what we've seen tonight. If you're Matt Wells, you know, it starts to play in your mind as to whether Zach Steffen is still your number 1 choice.
Sealy hits it from a long way away. Nuhu gobbles it up. Well, that is one of the most important aspects of the Open Cup. And it's it's not just for the lower level teams to showcase their talent. It's also for the players with MLS. Woohoo, that ball out. Yapi was the target. Omaha making a bit of a mess of this. But it is a chance for some of these younger players at these MLS clubs to showcase that they deserve more minutes and they can handle the big stage.
100%. That's why it is such a big day for many of these players, for the Rapids. And as a coach, Matt Wells will be saying exactly that. Show me what you can do. You've got your chance now. You've probably been asking for it week in and week out in training.
Remember back in round 2, we talked about Colorado Springs, who gets the winner of this match in the round of 16. They ended up out shooting Spokane Velocity 30-3, but they never could add a second goal. Spokane eventually came back to tie it. Switchbacks obviously ended up advancing in penalties. But you leave a team around long enough and don't get that second, you open the door for a team to gain that confidence and understand they really just need one moment of brilliance the rest of the way.
100%. And if they go to penalties, Union Omaha, they will be delighted. That's 50-50. And there was no way it was 50-50 when this match started. It was hugely in favor of Rapids. So that would be a great achievement if they can get to penalties.
Even Rosenberry is going to get a yellow card. It's the 4th time that he's picked up a yellow card in now 14 career Open Cup appearances. Rosenberry has played closing in on 1,200 career minutes in the Open Cup. The rest of the roster, nobody's played more than, of the players available tonight, than Miguel Navarro's 375. We're talking about one of the veterans of this tournament. Now on a yellow the rest of the way. He and Dante Seeley along that far sideline will be something to keep an eye on with those yellows.
Absolutely will be, because if this match is going to change, it'll either take a moment of magic from Union Omaha to get an equalizer, or you go down to 10 men, Colorado Rapids, with a second yellow for either Dante Seeley or Keegan Rosenberry, and then you're in all sorts of trouble. So those yellows, just, you're trying to avoid them because you don't want to end up having to now manage every single tackle you make.
Rapids looking to continue their hosting string. That is a delightful pass. Allman chases. Hits his right foot there in time. Seeley is called for the foul. That veteran experience of the 35-year-old helps slows down that attack.
He's been massive tonight. So many times he's intervened in crucial moments. It wasn't much of a foul there, to be honest. Although he just cleared it and fell over, but well done to win the foul.
Tello Foz right there doing his best twister imitation on the backside. Let's see, Colorado will utilize the change right here. Seeley is coming off after opening his Colorado accounts, coming over from Montreal in the offseason, and picking up a yellow, is coming off. So his goal in the 21st minute still stands. And Rafael Navarro, the Brazilian, comes in. The team's leader in goals and assists. You want to know where Matt Wells is at right now? He needs a second, and he puts in his most potent weapon.
That's exactly what he's doing. He's told him, go in there, give me that second goal and kill this match, because we're coming under increasing pressure here.
Stays in play. Rosenberry. Hoppy has moved out wide now as Navajo has gone central. There is Navajo. Time for the most goal contributions in MLS already this year, and today he's celebrating his 26th birthday. The overarching theme that we heard from Matt Wells as the moments of teaching that he has is he felt like his team got too comfortable in some games to begin the season. It's a hard habit to break for young players. That is exactly what he's trying to do. Teach him here in the round of 32. Manungu starts past two. Degenerate. Rosenberry, Aronson gets bumped off the ball. It's picked up. Yapi angles it towards the near post. It takes a ricochet, goes out for a corner.
That's a bit better from the Rapids. At least having an attempt on goal. We haven't seen much of that this match. Lots of play around the box without anything really inside the box. But here, Aronson in particular, he's good at getting in the box, creating problems. And Yapi passes on that ball, forces a decent save or a deflection there from Lou.
Corner kick here for the Rapids. A unique setup. This ball cycles back post and a foul. On the Rapids, Yapi was getting taken down, but the foul came before that.
Pick anyone who about 3 or 4 fouls these days. Without VAR, they know they can get away with all sorts in that box, and it's very hard for the referee to see what's going on.
20 minutes remain in the round of 32. The winner gets Colorado Springs switchbacks in the round of 16. Dante Seeley's goal in the 21st minute is the difference in this round of 32 matchup. Union Omaha are tied for the longest winning streak of any U.S. professional team. 6 consecutive wins entering the night. Colorado Rapids have been eliminated by a lower division team 11 times. Michael Wattrain, Gary Bailey, and the rest of our crew with you here for this evening's matchup. Will Union Omaha be able to make the comeback? Or will the Rapids advance to the round of 16 for the 5th time?
Just get a sense now of Union Omaha that they're just throwing a few more bodies forward, trying to be more proactive, which they have to do. They're 1-0 down, but it does give the Rapids a chance to catch them, especially in a quick transition. And sometimes a little bit slow to get going. I just think maybe they get the ball, knock it long. Just got the likes of Manungu and now Navajo. Just knock the ball long, try and catch out Union Omaha with numbers up the pitch.
Owusu. Manungu commits the foul, otherwise it would have been numbers forward for the Rapids.
The ball there was, I'm not so sure how much of a foul it was, but he made sure there was some contact and went down. His coach is watching on there, Vincenzo Candela, just hoping it's going to be a moment of magic for the visitors.
Chiba slaloms past the first two, unable to make it past the third. Cabral. Udali. Unable to slip it past. Navajo. Guides Manungu. Foot race here. Gutierrez. It's their first and draws contacts.
Quick was Gutierrez there. He was shoulder to shoulder with Manungu and actually out-sprints him. I'm thinking he's in trouble now. Manungu's quick, but just accelerated pass. Look, they're neck and neck here. Watch Gutierrez there. Just hit the pedal and just get in front of him. That's good pace.
Manungu off of the steal. Scrambling defensively, unable to control. Travis picks it back up. Manungu as Budati shepherded out. Atwell said the first 25 minutes against Houston was the best that they had played all season long. The disappointment, though, was he thought that his team felt the game was a little too easy. They're in a battle in the round of 32 here at the U.S. Open Cup against Union Omaha.
Interesting first half, but a lot of highlights to talk about. There was a goal, there was two great chances for Union Omaha. There's a couple of good efforts by Rapids, but the second half has been a lot tighter. Both teams giving very little away to the opposition. We don't really have any major highlights as yet.
Aronson changed that. This ball off the defender's boot. Out. Corner kick yet again.
If there is a player who can switch it on, it is Paxton Aronson. So clever around the fringes. Just works around the edge of the box and adds an extra player in the box coming in late. If someone's going to just slip the right ball through, it could very well be him. What's interesting is they were all at the far post, and then they all ran to the near post, and the ball came to the far post. I'm not quite sure what their plan is at the corner.
Cameron Lawrence coming on. Diego Gutierrez, who put in a good shift, and have thoughts of that 43rd minute chance that Hansen seemed to soar from out of nowhere to deny. Lawrence comes in, a Monmouth product, did not score in college, and he's never scored as a professional.
Well, today would be a very good day to change that, just saying.
Though Candela, I think, has a sense that the energy level begins to grow for Union Omaha, sensing that time is working against them here in the 77th minute.
Likewise, just wonder if Rapids are thinking, you know what, we've got the 1-0 lead, maybe we start to defend a bit more and make life difficult for Union Omaha. Now, it might be the sensible thing to do, but it does run the risk of a late goal and an equaliser taking you into extra time. So very much depends on Matt Wells and the players. Do they push for the second goal, or do they try and shut up shop and try and keep it at 1-0?
Manungu against Budati, and the veteran defender does well there. Both back lines have had blocks in this second half.
He's got the fresh legs, hasn't he, Cameron Lawrence? For a moment there, I thought he was going to find a gap and get a shot on target, but good defending by Colorado Rapids. Once again, we go from them dominating the ball in the opponent's half. Now they seem to be stuck in their own half, slightly more defensively minded. So perhaps they have, to some extent, decided to try and hold on to their lead, not take too many risks.
Rosenberry, Yapi, Coleman knocks it away, and Yapi commits another foul.
Not quite sure how that was a foul, to be honest. It was Coleman tackling. You can see he's shaking his head, Matt Wells. I think he sees it the same way. It was just two players going for the same ball, and Coleman made another tackle as he has done all match, but just fell over in the process. Anyway, play goes on.
Team, 5 shots apiece, but 3 on target for the Rapids, just 1 for Union Omaha. That was a terrific stop by Hansen. Budati, he keeps it in play. Lawrence waits on it, he catches. Lawrence laces, holding blocks, corner kick, and you can see the reaction of the sideline.
There's a lot of appealing to referees, and even Rob Holding was shouting instead of getting on with the match. I get you want to appeal, but appeal while you're defending. You can't stand an appeal and hope you get it in case you don't. Let's have a look here. There was a little trip. I don't think that's a foul, and whatever connection there was, it was unintentional. And eventually, good block by Holding, but Miguel Navarro there has to get a little bit more quickly and focus on it. On defending, that is.
Coleman is shown a yellow card for pushing and shoving inside of the box. He has been energetic in this game.
I think we missed something there. I'm not quite sure what went down. It's getting a little bit touchy. It's because it's so close. It's because Colorado Rapids realize that they've got a real battle on their hand for these last 10 minutes plus. And it looks like referee Alyssa Pennington's got a real problem here as these players start getting at each other.
Just like a rugby throw-in.
It does.
It's the first quarter of the match for Union Omaha, and it comes with 10 minutes to go and a 1-goal deficit. A straight line right around the penalty spot.
There's some hugging going on there. Let's see how you could put your arms around a player like that and not be asking for trouble.
Gadiri guides it in. It hits Manungu in the back. Cabral heads it. Gadiri plays it forward. Borzak bounces off of Aronson. Borzak lays out for it. Aronson aids it up the park, draws contact, and it is a card as well. Borzak gets a yellow, and I think everybody is starting to feel a little bit of the energy now, and Noah Cobb joins the fray. And cards might become a little bit more frequent the rest of the way.
I don't think it was that bad a tackle. I do think you take every opportunity to put pressure on the referee, and that's probably what Colorado Rapids are doing. It was a little bit late from Borzak, more shoulder to shoulder than anything else. Or shoulder to back, let's have a look at it. Was there anything nasty about it? It's a bump in the back, yes, it's a foul. Possibly even a yellow card, but I'm not so sure you have to all get in his face. But what you do is you try and put the pressure on referee Alyssa Pennington for the next tackle that comes your way. And that's all because this match is close. It's going down to the wire.
At the very least for Colorado, takes a few seconds off the clock. And it slows down this little jolt of energy for Union Omaha. Holding. Flips it forward. Owusu commits the foul. Navajo quickly puts it back into play. Hansen lobs it. Navarro. Mungu cannot hold on to it. Travis guides it forward. Navajo swats and swims and gets taken down. And it's a booking here on Gadiri.
That's just because Navajo's so quick on that left-hand side, so strong. Have a look when he gets the ball here. He's got the big man trying to stop him there. He gets around him and beats the other one. I mean, that's some really impressive forward play when you've got Brent Coleman all over you as well. And that's what's special about the number 9, Rafael Navajo, why he scored so many goals. He's a real handful.
Navarro, Manungu. The final 6 minutes or so. Manungu mashes it across. It trickles off the head. And it's out for a Colorado Rapids corner.
There's no rush to take it. Rob Holding just knocked the ball around, and with 5 minutes to go now, the job is to be professional, to work the clock down. If you can get a second, fantastic, but you don't want to concede. The job is done effectively if you can keep a clean sheet for the next 5 minutes plus any added time.
85th minute. Dante Seeley's goal in the 21st minute still is the difference. Another corner kick here for the Rapids, their 6th of the game. This one slingshot, sits headed. Nuhu punches, it hits posts, it stays out to keep the margin at a goal.
Wow, what a chance. What a great header at the near post. What a good save from Nuhu. Gets it onto the crossbar at full stretch, and that was nearly that second goal. And that keeps this match hanging on a balance there. Have a look. Ball in, near post, flick on. Great flick on. Good save. Hits the post. And a scramble to get it out.
That close from Sealing around the 16 slot. And now Colorado Rapids are making 2 changes. Alex Harris is coming in, and we get the first team debut of the 15-year-old. Nathan Chumba from Aurora, Colorado comes in. The 2026 GA Cup Rising 11 selection. Let me try that again. Aurora, Colorado comes in. Chumba, 15 years of age. Represented the U.S. Youth National Team at the U15 CONCACAF Champions last year.
That's exciting for the fans of Colorado Rapids. When you get a talent like that coming through, you just wonder if it's going to be the next big thing or not. And at 15, wow, that's so young.
Yapi and Aronson are off. This ball rolls in. Cobb knocks it away. Maho sprints, Coleman nudges. And here comes Cabral and company again. Will Union Omaha get another good look at a chance to equalize, down by a goal since the 21st minutes? Lawrence leaves it for Gadiri. Jiba wide left. Jiba connects on a cross. It bounces all the way through. Hansen plucks. Budani forces him to pick it up.
He doesn't have much to do, Hansen, but you've got to go back to that save in the first half from Gutierrez. And if this is a 1-0 game, maybe his buddies are going to give him a pat on the back and say, well, you kept us in it. You helped us get the clean sheet with an unbelievable save. Well, there's still a few minutes left, though.
This ball stolen. Borzak hits it. Hansen makes that look easy.
Matt Wells did say if a team is anywhere even as low as 5% less than their best, we could be out of the cup. Well, it hasn't been as exciting as it was on the weekend. They hammered Houston Dynamo 6-2. Might not be that 100%, but hasn't been too bad. It's just been enough, it seems, to get them through to the next round, if they can still hold on.
Is there a late shocker here? Oahu, Manugu chases. Georgie Manugu gets to the left foot. He pelts it off of a defender. Nuhu denies.
Musa there with a bit of a half block just to slow that ball down. Now it's just end-to-end. They've just got to have a go here, Union Omaha. They've got to risk being caught on the counter-attack and throw numbers forward.
Foz cannot quite control. It'll all come down to stoppage time. How much more will there be for Union Omaha to try to get an equalizer? Rapids look to gain some separation. They're the only MLS team to play at least 20 games in the Open Cup and have a record under 500. They've been snake bit by lower division teams 11 times in club history. The foul is going to bring this ball back.
A little bit of a late tackle there on Rob Holding.
And there was a push here as well. Nico Hansen came in, and now everybody starts to come to grips. Hansen is well away from his line.
It's a yellow card, but if it's a push, surely it's a red card. We didn't actually see exactly what happened, but the referee's got the yellow card out and trying to calm things down. And these days, you come all the way from your goal, so we're going to push someone over. That's risking a red card.
It's a yellow card each side.
We didn't get to see exactly what went on, so we're guessing at this stage. Here we go, let's have a look. This is the late tackle on Rob Holding. It's not a bad one, but he goes down, gets the free kick. And now the goalkeeper is coming all the way over. Well, you walk all the way over and shove someone down. I'm sorry, I think that's bordering on a red card. There's intention there. You're lifting your hands to somebody. I think he's a very lucky man to get away with a yellow.
Instead, it is Knapp and Hansen getting yellows, and with 4 minutes of stoppage time.
Also, as a goalkeeper, you need to stay out of that sort of stuff. It's not what the tackle wasn't on you. If anyone's going to get upset, let Rob Holding stand up and have a go. But you know, as a goalkeeper, you can't afford to get sent off. You can't afford to get involved in those emotional things. So maybe a little word from Matt Wells after the game to Nico Hansen to say, hey, you were brilliant today. You made some great saves, one great save in particular. Just keep your emotions under check.
Side. Entered this week as the highest goal scoring team in MLS. And they will host Inter Miami on Saturday. Looking to make it back-to-back league wins and perhaps 3 straight wins, barring something here in the end.
Assuming he's going to go long, there's only a minute and a bit left. Brent Coleman, I think, pump it right up to the edge of the box.
Lawrence heads it. Manugu can't get past, but Navajo picks it up. Ali's come crashing in. Gadiri steals. Borzak. Foz. It's this high to the sky. Travis. Navajo. Manugu left all alone. 1 more minute or so left. Navarro pushes it to the middle. Navajo leaves it to the right-hand side. Flag staying down. Harris hammers. Nuhu denies it. Well, it's all or nothing now. For Union Omaha, they might get a little bit of a benefit of those yellow cards that were shown right around the 90th minute. Chumba, the 15-year-old, his first team debut. Ball's given away. Borzak nudges it forward. Foz has it. A foul is given. So it all comes down to this for Union Omaha. Everybody will come forward. I imagine Nuhu will join the party as well. And it will all come down to a free kick here for Union Omaha to try to keep the cup set dream alive.
Big man Brent Coleman getting into the box as well. He'd be the ideal person to aim for. You can't take too long over this free kick because the clock is ticking and it only stops for a penalty.
Here comes the free kick in. Coleman gets a head on it. Hansen smothers. Colorado Rapids are going to their 5th round of 16 in Open Cup history. It sets up a Centennial State clash with Colorado Springs Switchbacks. Dante Seeley's 21st minute goal preserves a 1-0 win for the Rapids.
Yeah, well done to the Rapids. As you say, good goal, Dante Seeley.